Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video, guys. So today we're going to be filming a Q&A slash McDonald's mukbang for you guys. So we're going to show you what we got. So let's get everything out first. A bag in a bag. Very nice.
This is your Coke.
That's mine. So I got a Coke Zero.
A bunch of tissues and straw.
Straw.
I got the strawberry and lemonade, what is it called?
Smoothie.
Is it smoothie?
It's called smoothie, but
it's like a slush.
It's actually like a slush, yeah.
My sweet chili dip.
Oh, it's pretty tall.
Yummy.
Big.
Yeah. And then two little tomato dips.
Tomato dips, that's cool. Anything else in there?
No.
That's it?
That's it.
So we also got a cheese, what is this called? Cheese melts.
Yeah, cheese melts.
Cheese melts.
Oh, they gave so many.
Yeah, so this is the sharing box. That's why they gave so many. And then
I didn't expect. Usually, like the mozzarella sticks, they would give like max 12.
They're not mozzarella sticks. They're like little.
I know, but they've given quite a lot.
Yeah, then we got an apple pie for Rez. I'm on a diet still, guys. This is just like my little cheat meal. That's why I'm gonna limit my food. But I'm gonna be eating one meal at least. So one fish fillet. This one's extra pickles and extra tartar sauce. That's yours. And then. Wait, Rez.
What?
There's nothing.
What do you mean?
There's nothing in there.
No.
They give one prize.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so we have an audience member, Coco. He's gonna look from side to side and just watch us. But I accidentally selected for Rez just a burger instead of a fries and a hot chocolate. For some reason, I accidentally rushed and missed that out. So it's not their mistake. It's just we kind of rushed. They always do this. They always make the burger so. Look at the burger, guys. It's always bent.
My one's actually.
What are you looking at? You know that this? Tomato dip.
I've got sweet chili dip to eat with the chips.
We're going to be answering questions on the first year of marriage, stuff that we asked on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram because that's where we ask for our Q&A questions and everything video related. So we're going to be talking about our first year of marriage, surviving the first year of marriage and answering all your guys' questions based on the first year of marriage. And I picked out the most relevant questions about the first year of marriage. Our first year of marriage started in when we first moved in together. So the day this video comes out is actually our 1 year anniversary of our wedding. Yeah, and today, the day we're recording this is actually, this time last year was our Mendi day and we were at home partying with our family and stuff, getting ready for the wedding the next day. Yeah. So crazy. Happy Mendi day. Happy Mendi anniversary. Is that a thing? We started our marriage in 17th of January where we actually moved in with each other. It says share box recommended for 3 people. I'm gonna eat one piece and Red's gonna end up eating the rest. So it can be the 3 people. Our marriage started in 17th of January 2020 where we moved in with each other and then 5 days later we went for our honeymoon and 4 months later we moved out. So that's basically what happened in our first year of marriage. So the first question is by Ibi_Ali_Mohammed on Instagram. The first question is, what's your favorite thing about marriage, both of you? I think my favorite thing is just living together and like not having to go out of our way to like, you know, talk on the phone or like, meet up and meet up or anything. Like we literally live together and I live with my best friend, so that's the best thing. And it's like it's actually fun, you know. When you're married, it's like you just live together, you wake up together, you see each other, you don't have to go out of your way to see someone or, you know, call them or anything like that unless you're outside. But my favorite thing is just being able to see you whenever I want now. And like waking up together and like living together. Yeah, I think for me it's always having someone there to talk to you about anything and everything and like go places together, like, oh, Asda, we need to go do grocery shopping, let's go together. Like it's really fun, like doing them little mini things. For me it's like having it's my best friend. Like we do everything together and it's obviously going to be fun when you're doing it with your best friend. Like who would die to do that stuff, you know. And we don't always have to be on the phone anymore because we actually like live together and he doesn't have to come and like meet up with me after like on his day off, and we don't have to spend the day outside doing activities. We can actually just chill at home because we have our own place now and stuff. Because during the nikah time, after the nikah happened, like the only time we got to spend together was when we were out shopping and stuff. Yeah, and that's not very chill compared to what you like
could do at home. Like you literally just sit, make homemade yummy nachos, hot chocolate, and watch TV and movies and stuff, you know. It's just so much more fun. Yeah,
that's the right thing to do.
So yeah, for me it's being able to live in comfort with my best friend and having him always there.
So myworld_mythoughts7 on Instagram asked, do you ever get asked about kids and does it get to you / bother you? So I think that's a really annoying question for any couple to get asked when they get married, because just because a couple's ready to get married doesn't mean they're ready to have children or they want to have children. Even if you're ready, it doesn't mean you want to have children. You might have other plans of like, you know, you want to have children after 2 years, 3 years. And in Asian culture, it's like, you got married now, and within 1 year, like all the questions come flooding in, like, when are you guys gonna have a baby? Oh, it's been past a year now. You guys have been living together for a year now. Like, when is anything gonna happen? And like the little hints and stuff, they annoy me. I think that happens to every young couple. I think they feel annoyed about that.
Every couple.
Yeah, every couple, especially when they're young. I think when they're older, it's okay, because like most couples that get married older, they
no, it's not okay.
It's not. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying they probably feel more.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. It's not okay to ask that to any aged couple, because they're not getting married to have children. Like, yes, that's one of the reasons, but that doesn't mean everyone else has the right to come and prioritize that for them. Like, you know, some couples get married at 26, they don't want to have a baby straight away. They want to have a baby when they're like maybe 30, because they're not ready yet. They're still building whatever they're building. Some couples get married at 20, maybe they want a baby straight away. Like, it's different for everyone. Everyone plans their life out very differently. So random people don't have the right. Yeah, the right or the audacity to come and ask. Like, you should not have the audacity to ask anyone that. And with me, like, if I put a little bit of belly fat on, which I did, people ask, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? That's really shouldn't be asking that, because if that was someone who wasn't married, you wouldn't ask that. Just because I'm married, that means that my fat means that I'm pregnant, basically. That's not a nice thing to think, because it's a very personal thing to like ask or even talk about. So no, we don't really get questions like that.
Yeah, I think
hints here and there.
Yeah, I think the more we talked about it, the more it was brought up in the beginning, and that's why we kind of stopped talking about it, because it's our timing, our journey, whenever we want. It's not whenever anyone wants us to have children. It's about when we want to have children, we will have children. And obviously we've already said that we have plans of having children. It's not like we said we're never having children. We said we're going to have children in the future. What really annoys me is that in Asian culture, when you get married as a young couple, you're always told that you guys are still children, you guys don't understand certain things, and like you kind of get put down in that sense. And then at the same time you get asked, so when are you gonna have children? So it doesn't really make sense to me, because how are you gonna tell someone that they are a child and then tell them when are you gonna have children? That really annoys me, and it confuses me as well, because it's like, no one wants to make their mind up younger yet. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Simple Girl 206 asked, looking back, would you both have moved out straight away or happy with moving out later?
I'm actually really happy that I got to spend them 4 months with my in-laws and living with them, because it actually
it helps you guys know each other better. Yeah,
it helps us get to know each other better. Like, they got to know who I am and how I live and my habits, etc. and stuff, I guess. And I got to know like their type of lifestyle and how, like, obviously when you observe your in-laws and like the siblings and stuff of your partner, it actually helps you understand better like how they were brought up and why they were brought up like that. And sometimes he behaves a certain way, but I straight away know why he's behaving like that, like, even though it's not normal. Well, according to me it's not normal, because we've been brought up in 2 different households. So I'm really happy that we got to spend that 4 months. Like, I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. I wouldn't want it to be any longer than that, but I wouldn't want it to be any shorter than that. I feel like that was actually the perfect amount of time. Like, there is no, like, the perfect amount of time isn't the same for everybody. Sometimes people have enough at a certain point and they just want to move out because they feel like, yeah, okay, we've made our bond and stuff, like everything's okay now. And some people feel like, oh no, I'm still okay living here, so they will go on to live for a year or 2, you know. For everyone it's different. It depends on how comfortable you are for how much longer you want to live there. For me, I feel like 4 months is a good amount of time, and I'm happy that that's the perfect amount of time for me. I feel like if it was any more than that, then, you know, there's issues that you can't ever like avoid, because, you know, when you live with someone, there's always something that, you know, you accidentally annoy them or they'll accidentally annoy you. And like, I think it's when obviously you are brought up in a different family, and like when 2 families mix, there's always going to be something different. Yeah, especially if you're in each other's faces all the time. Yeah,
and especially when we were overcrowded in, like, we had a really small room. Yeah. We had a king size bed in that room. We had a dressing table, and we had a cupboard, and we barely had space to even like, for when Rez was doing her makeup, I barely had space to even be in the room because I was struggling to even like change in the room because when she puts her makeup all out, that's it.
When I put my makeup box out, that's it. That was the space one. He'd like, the only thing he could do is cross his leg and sit on the bed, but then like that's annoying for him because if he was trying to get ready at the same time as me because we're going somewhere, he would need to go to the bathroom and change. Like, that's not fair.
I think if you, as a girl, if you live with the in-laws, you're always gonna have to like sacrifice your privacy and your space, and that's something that girls don't really take that well. I think I think that everyone always needs their space. Even it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, you always need your space. But when you get married, you don't get that space. It's
a bit harder. Even if they are really respectful towards you and stuff and they let you have your space, it's still not the same as having your space, because at the end of the day, they're your in-laws. You have to dress a certain way, you have to behave a certain way, and like
fit in.
Basically. So it's not that comfortable.
And
like,
sorry. No, I'm just jumping in because I want to say, and in Asian culture, you're taught about, you know, you don't just do things because they're right, but you also do things because you have to please everyone else, and that's just how it works in Asian culture. It's all about, you know, what is everyone going to say? You have to live up to not just your standards, you have to change yourself so you look good in everyone's eyes.
Yeah, exactly, and that's really hard to do, and that's why when it does get to that point where it's getting hard for you to accept, then you should just move out, get your own space, because it makes you mentally like more better and
better connection with
them. Then you can actually start focusing on having a good relationship with them as well, because you're mentally okay now. Like, whereas if you're living there and like there's a few days where you're in frustration, you can't say anything because you don't want to like, you know, confront anyone or start an argument, like with in-laws, you should not do it. You should avoid confrontation. Unless they're doing something really, really bad to you, then you should speak up. But otherwise, you should actually avoid confrontation because they're your in-laws. And when you do, like when you confront your mum, for example, it's not going to be the same. So just don't even go there.
Siddy_sweets asks, did you get your cats in your first year of marriage?
No, neither of us did. I'll speak for myself. Coco, we got him a whole year and a half-ish, I'd say. A year and a half-ish before we got married. He was there and he did decide with us to get Coco, isn't it?
Yeah, we actually decided together. I'm just sad that I didn't get to see him grow up because he grew up so fast. With my cat Rose, if you didn't know, I have a cat called Rose, and she used to live with me and in my mum's house, and my parents actually, they didn't want a cat, but then as soon as I got her, they really, really loved her, to the point where when we moved here and I brought her here to live with me and us, I mean, they really felt really, really sad, and I felt like me moving out as the only son was a big thing, and it made them really sad, and taking like a part of them, which is like their grandchild almost, really upset them. So I thought, I really love my cat, and like I love seeing her face every day, and like it makes me so happy. But if that keeps them happy, then I'm okay for her to live there, because
he sacrificed his daughter.
Yeah, I sacrificed my own daughter for
Oh, I was gonna say, saying that, it reminded me of a funny story. The day he went and got Rose, I actually didn't know about it, and he went because we were arguing, so we weren't talking, and then he comes back home with Rose, and then he calls me and sends me snaps. I was like, huh? And then he calls me and he's like, I got a kitten. I was like, you got a kitten? I was like, what?
Yeah.
And yeah, he's
It's my revenge. It's my revenge to get a cat without getting her opinion.
I wasn't upset, I was so happy, but I was still mad at him at that point.
Yeah, it's just my way of saying that, haha. Okay, so Anonymous asks, is the relationship different after marriage? I think that the relationship is always different after marriage. It's either better or it's either worse. So it depends on you guys as a couple. For us, like, alhamdulillah, like, we're really happy, like, it went better because we were always spending every second of the day together, whether that was on the phone or in real life, or mostly on the phone and stuff like that. So we actually were always spending every moment together, and we always wished that, you know, we could live together, but obviously that wasn't possible. It was better for us. A lot of people they don't really talk before marriage, and obviously that's a good thing. But a lot of people, they don't really know their partner. They might go uni with them, and then, you know, you go to your job, I go to my job, and like, you know, we might talk here and there. And then when it comes to getting married, the first is really hard because they kind of didn't realize certain things about like each other, and they're discovering new things, and it gets in the way sometimes, and they're still learning about each other. Whereas for us, it wasn't like that. That's why I feel like it was easier. Okay, so what's your opinion? Does it get better or worse? What happened? So
people say that you can never really know someone until you start living with them. I think for us, that's actually not true. We knew each other really well, because as he said, we were actually on the phone like literally 24/7.
A lot of people said that's toxic as well.
Yeah, a lot of people told us, what, you're gonna break up soon? It's so toxic. How are you gonna be in each other's face for 24? But like, the thing is, we never forced that. When we weren't on the phone, we were thinking about each other always. And
wait, sorry. There was even a point where I used to go gym and you used to be on the phone.
Yeah, literally.
I used to have my headphones in, I'm working out, and I could hear Rez like talking in my ears. Like, that's how deep it got.
Yeah, we couldn't like not talk to each other for a while. And if we weren't talking, then we would all constantly be like messaging.
Yeah.
Like, if we were around family, he would always just message me and say, oh yeah, I'm just eating now, blah blah blah, like everything's okay, blah blah blah. Like, we were always on the phone, like any chance we got, we would speak. But not because we were forcing it, not because we wanted to not like
it wasn't a forced connection.
We weren't scared that we're losing connection or anything like that. We literally just could not talk to each other, kind of thing. So that's how, like, I think we were able to know each other like inside out. So after moving in, we weren't shocked with anything, but it still did change everything. And not in a way where, oh, I found more stuff out about him, but in a way where when you have, like, when you marry that person that you're forever talking to, everything changes. You have a certain responsibility towards them and stuff. Like, everything becomes more serious. Before marriage, you guys are really serious and you love each other and you give everything up for each other. Like, after marriage, it becomes like an official thing, and no one like butts in. No one has the right to butt in, that kind of thing. So you have like every power over each other, and it feels different. It feels more like secure, more like sure.
Well, I'm gonna run away.
No, but like, I have more of an authority over you, kind of thing. And this same goes back. But okay, when I say authority, I know that's not the right word, but I don't know. I still can't remember the word. But like, you have this strong
bond.
Not bond. It's not even a bond. We already had this bond. It obviously got a little bit stronger because we live with each other now, and I look like I cook for you and stuff now, and you go do shopping for me and stuff. Like, it's stronger on a different level. But yeah, it definitely is different after marriage.
Okay, so let's move to the next question. Question 6 by Anonymous again. What things shocked you once you started living together? So that kind of relates to that question almost. So let's just touch on it a little bit. What things shocked me about each other? Nothing shocked me except how long Rez used to spend in the shower. So before marriage, I knew that when we used to like talk, Rez used to say, okay, I'm going in the shower, and after 2 hours she used to message, I'm done now. And I would have done everything in the world. Like, I could go work out, go gym and come back, and like she'll still be showering. I kind of knew that, but when you moved in with my parents and like our family, like, I thought maybe like that will calm down a bit. But then it
did.
Yeah, it slowly did. So when she first went in the shower, people used to forget that she's even in the house. Like, she used to go in the shower, she used to come out, and everyone used to see like, oh wait, you still exist. That's how bad it was.
I remember that was so funny. I haven't done that in so long, to be honest, but I love like long showers. But I've realised that that's really bad to do, so I've stopped doing that as much now. I barely do it.
Okay, let's move to the next question. So Samia XX asked, important compromises in marriage. So a lot of people think once you get married, you have to sacrifice everything in your life. There's a lot of things you have to sacrifice, and that is kind of true. So let me start. I'm gonna say there's a lot of things that you need to compromise in terms of depending on who you are. So if you're a person who you like going out with your friends every day, you like going out shopping for no reason, and you just like to have like a fun time, you're gonna have to sacrifice that when you get married, because you now have a responsibility of being a wife. You need to prioritize other things other than like going out and having a fun time. You have to sacrifice some things. You can always have your fun, go out with your friends, do your shopping and stuff like that, but when you get married, you have to kind of balance everything. So that's the things I would say you have to compromise. And you have to compromise a lot of your privacy and stuff like that too. You don't get as much like freedom, you know, space.
You don't really need privacy from each other, but you do need your own space. But we didn't have to compromise that because he goes off to work and stuff. He has his own space, and like we don't really need our own space, innit? I think we're really weird.
You are my space.
I need space from people, but not him. He's different. I don't know why.
I'm not human.
There's some days where I don't want to talk to anybody, but I don't mind speaking to him. He's the only exception. Like, I hate talking to humans some days. Like, I just cannot.
Yeah.
But with him, I'll just talk to him. It's like, it's normal. It's like I'm not even talking to a human, but...
Should I be worried?
No, that means you're my comfort. You're my human
You're
comfort.
my cousin. Okay, before anyone asks, we're not cousins.
No, we're not cousins.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of comments like that.
Yeah, a lot of people's like
Even if we were cousins, it's none of your business. Because that's rude. Don't make comments on that.
Okay, so next question. The last question. _Ismail.Bukhari. I hope I said that right. Did your in-laws agree with it? Did culture add on an effect? So, I don't know what he means by agree with it. It could either mean like our marriage, or it could mean us moving out. If you talk about our marriage, yes, definitely. They were the ones that wanted a lot of things that we actually didn't want, and we were fine doing it for them. There's a lot of things that we didn't want, like a big wedding hall and like a lot of things that we didn't want. We wanted it really, really small and like minimal, but for the sake of my parents, and like we had to do things that they wanted as well, because it was like I was like the first person in amongst like my siblings to get married, and like I just wanted to do whatever makes them happy, but at the same time...
And you're the only son.
Yeah, I'm the only son as well.
It's reasonable. You can't just take that away from your parents because they raised you.
Yeah. What about
Friends!
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was going to show you. Hold it up, hold it up. It's like two of
The
them.
heart shape. See, I told you. I'm not gonna find this heart shape.
It's like your nose. I'm joking. Oh, I'm joking.
The other one with the fat nose.
So if you're talking about us moving out, obviously no parent would want their only son to move out, and you know, no Asian parent especially would want that. But with me, I like to do things that I think is right, and then afterwards I kind of just tell my parents. So it's like it was definitely a surprise to them.
They weren't completely against it. They just didn't expect us to move out in the first year of marriage. They thought that we'd move out like a few years down the line when we were a bit more like stable, I'd say. But we were stable enough to move, so we done it.
Yeah, I always said in other videos like we're gonna move out whenever we're ready to move out, and that's when it happened 4 months later. A lot of people will think like, how did you have that type of wedding, not even small wedding, and then you moved out on top? Like, it was just unexpected. We didn't think it was gonna happen that soon, and I actually thought maybe we're gonna stay there for a year, but it didn't work like that. Did culture have an effect on it? In terms of our wedding, yes. With everything, there's always culture in Asian families. It's more about what are people gonna say. You guys are moving out, you're the only son, like what is everyone gonna say? I feel like Asian culture is all about, don't care about what you want, you have to live up to everyone else. Like, as long as everyone else is happy, you can stay sad inside. You can sit in your room and cry and be depressed. If everyone thinks everything's fine, then that's good. That's how I feel like it works.
Okay, not like the way you're saying.
Okay, not that deep, but...
Yeah, they basically do not prioritize your needs, your...
It's not about you.
Yeah, it's not about you ever. It's about people, society, and what others are gonna think. So you have to live according to society, basically. Luckily, our parents ain't crazy about society. Obviously,
why do they say society?
Society.
Okay.
Okay, our parents aren't crazy about it. They're not like the toxic level where, no, you have to do this, otherwise society's not going to accept you, kind of thing. Like, they're not like that, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. But they are kind of like, they're Asian still, and they still do have that thing to them. Yeah. But they're not on a toxic level, so thank God for that. I mean, they were born into it and grown up with it around them, so obviously you cannot blame their mindset. That's how they were raised, and if you're raised like that, then it's really hard to step out of it, kind of thing. In the future, I hope that when like it's our time for our children to get married and stuff in 25, 30 maybe years, however long it is, like I hope that this toxic culture thing or whatever it is, I hope people don't carry it on. And I know there's some people that say hold on to your tradition, hold on to this, like those things, like there's certain things you can hold on to, but the whole toxic tradition stuff, like I hope that in 30 years that it's all gone. And because everyone that is going to be our age when they're in 20, 30 years time,
is gonna be with our generation. Yeah,
I feel like the tradition might be still there, but the good parts of it, not the toxic ones. Like, I really hope that toxic part of the culture is cut out and chucked away, because it is not needed. But the rest of our culture is beautiful, and for sure keep it there, like the yummy food, the outfits, and the way, like, you know, we're so welcoming and stuff. And like when you see another Bengali, you say hi to them just because they're another Bengali and stuff. Like, you know, that's all to do with culture. Keep that in this. It's good. That's what keeps us together, kind of thing. But please chuck away the rest. That's
why I said the toxic culture. I'm not saying the culture is toxic. I'm saying there's parts that, you know, people feel like they have to live up to, just because it's part of the tradition. But in reality, it's all about, you know, you can do a bit of tradition, but I think it's mainly about, you know, religion over culture.
For sure,
And you shouldn't follow things in the culture
there's so many things
that are too toxic.
There's so many things that are not allowed in the culture, but people do anyway. Like, it's against our religion. Yeah, so a lot of people think they have to do it, but in reality you don't have to. But anyway, that was the last question. Thank you guys for watching. If you made this far, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I know this is really long. I'm hoping that it's not like way over 30 minutes, but that was our Q&A about surviving the first year of marriage, struggles that we went through, answering your guys. it's like homemade entertainment, I say. These are all your guys' questions that you asked on Instagram. I chose the most relevant ones, and it's all regarding the first year of marriage, things that you guys want to know. So thank you guys for watching. If you made this far, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. As you know, at the end of every single video, I give a comment shout out. He's here for the leftovers. Nothing left. There is actually. There's a whole apple pie left that I couldn't finish. A whole box of cheese melts and lots of sauce. And there was supposed to be extra fries and a, what was it called, hot chocolate for you, and you still couldn't finish this. It's my hot chocolate. I don't know, hot chocolate is so yummy. As you know, at the end of every single video, I give a comment shout out to my favourite comment from the last video. So this video's comment shout out goes out to Abida, who's saying, thank you for liking and commenting on the last video. If you want to comment shout out, leave a nice positive comment down below, and we might pick you for the next video for a comment shout out. So if you watch this video all the way to the end, what should they comment? I think it should be something like McDonald's, like fries sort of thing. Lemonade. So if you watched it all the way to the end, so we know that you watched it to the end, comment a fries emoji down below. And thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you want more Q&As, we've been trying to hold back on the Q&As and do more vlogs, so when we do Q&As you guys will have more interesting questions. So if you guys want us to do more Q&As, comment it down below, because I know there's a you're scared of me. I know that there's a lot more questions that you guys want to ask, general kind of questions. And we'll see you guys next time. Anything? Okay, thank you guys for watching and peace. Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you.